Hello everyone, and welcome to Astral Projection TV. Today I'd like to talk about how to deal with fear in the astral. There are many things that could make you afraid, for example, even the vibrations are the exit symptoms, or when you're out there you might see dark shadows or strange beings, etc., etc. So whatever it is that makes you afraid, it is really important that you learn how to deal with that fear, because otherwise you risk cutting short your out-of-body experience. Now, it may seem a very obvious thing to say, but the most important thing is to stay calm. Often we don't realise that we do have a choice between staying calm or feeling the fear. It's a choice that we can make. So if you start to feel that fear rising up, just say to yourself, I choose to stay calm. And change your focus to observer mode. Observer mode is where you just simply observe the emotions. You don't identify with them, you don't become a part of them. If you identify with your fear, you become the fear, and your OBE will be cut short. So you have to step back out of the emotions in order not to identify with them, and that fear will not affect you. It's the same in life. If we get afraid or angry or feel any sort of emotion, we can step back out of the emotion and just observe it. And in that way, when we're out of body, we can stay objective and we can see things for what they are, instead of becoming afraid. Once you become afraid, it tends to escalate and things tend to become worse, and you start imagining all sorts of things. So it's very important to practice being in that observer mode, and you can do that during the day as well. Even when you're driving, if someone annoys you when you're driving, there's always a choice you can make. You can get angry with that person, or you can step back and just stay calm and think, well, maybe that person is in a hurry, maybe they've got some sort of problem, and just be more objective about the whole thing. And it really does work. I know it's very difficult sometimes to say just stay calm when your body is seems to be vibrating and seems like it's about to explode, and you've got all these energies running through your body. But you just need to practice staying calm, because otherwise your OBEs, or the fear will interfere with the quality of your OBEs, and you won't get objective, good quality out-of-body experiences. It's important to be familiar, as I've said in other videos, familiar with the astral, with what or who you might meet, with the environment, what you're likely to find. Practice being in observer mode, because it really does work. You can practice during the day, just generally in life. As I said before, just don't identify with the drama. And that's how you have to think about it in the astral, because when you leave your body, as I've said many times, the astral is thought and feeling sensitive. So whatever you have in your mind, whatever feelings you're feeling at the time, they will be projected towards you. So if you're feeling fear, you will maybe, if you're afraid of spiders, you may see these big hairy fat black spiders in front of you, and of course that makes it all worse. But just step back into observer mode and observe everything, and know that they are a projection of what is in your mind. It is so important to get control of your thoughts and your feelings in the astral, because your quality of out-of-body experience will be so much better. So I know that there's many things that can make you afraid in the astral, because when we leave our bodies, often we do come face to face with who we are, and who we are in many senses, our own fears, our own worries, etc., etc. That is why, if you are particularly depressed, or you have really difficult problems in life, you should deal with those problems before you try to astral project. You shouldn't try to astral project if you are in fact depressed, because your state of mind will be such that when you do actually have an out-of-body experience, the chances are it won't be that pleasant, because you're projecting negative energy, and as like attracts like in the astral, you will get the negative energy reflected back at you. So it's possible that you might have a bad experience. So it is really important to overcome the fear. As I said before, read as much as you can, practice, understand that the vibrational state is a perfectly natural occurrence. It may seem strange and weird, and at times incredibly not violent, but sometimes violent. Sometimes you can feel your heart beating so fast it feels like your heart is going to explode, but it's not actually your heart, it's your heart chakra. It's like the energy center that's activated, so you feel that the beat of that energy center. And even that can be quite frightening, because you might think, oh my God, I'm just about to have a heart attack. So this is why it's important to prepare yourself for what may happen when you have an out-of-body experience. Not everyone experiences the vibrations. I generally don't experience the vibrations. I have very quiet exit, which is quite nice. But I did wonder, when I started having out-of-body experience, what were all these vibrations that everyone was talking about? So I did ask to actually experience them, and one night I actually did experience them. It was really quite incredible, and I'm glad I don't have them that often. But if you do, and it's your first time, and you really don't know what's happening, it can be a really frightening experience. Something that is really quite normal can be quite frightening. It can create a real block for having conscious out-of-body experiences. So it's really important, as I said before, to stay calm, be reflective, observer mode. Observer mode, even in dreams, when you think about it, it's almost as if you're in two places. Often we see ourselves in dreams. It's almost as if we're looking onto the dream, so we can see ourselves acting and our behavior in the dream. And that is similar to observer mode. It's like you're observing the dream as well as taking part in the dream. So my advice today in how to deal with fear in astral projection out-of-body experiences is to practice being in observer mode. And it is something that you can practice every minute of every day. Step back out of the drama, step back out of the emotions, and you'll find the more you practice during the day, the more you will be able to do it in your conscious out-of-body experiences. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me today. And don't forget to pop over to my Facebook group, Astral Projection TV, if you have any questions. And I'll see you next time.